You would have seen so many ads on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube where people ask you to register for a webinar and learn something new. This is a marketing strategy which works really well for courses where people sell courses or they have some kind of product to offer. Let's decode how this works. Let's say you have a course which is costing 10,000. So you can't directly run ads on Meta and say buy my course which is worth 10,000. Nobody will buy it because they don't know you or they don't understand what you offer. Just by an ad, you can't actually sell something of this high price. Maybe it's 500 or even 1,000. And if you're a renowned brand, you can sell courses which are costly. But for most of the coaches or the educational institutes who are offering courses, they will not be that renowned, so they can't directly run an ad and sell a course which is worth 10,000. So let's decode how webinar ads actually works and how it will help you generate sales. So let's consider that you have Meta ads budget of 60,000. And you said finalize a topic for the webinar and you keep the webinar registration cost at 100 rupees. So if someone has to register for your webinar, they have to pay 100, so that we get only serious people attend the webinar. And if you keep it for free, everybody who is just interested or least interested will join, which may not help in the conversion. So we keep 100 rupees as the webinar cost so that we get serious people register for the webinar. And once you start the Meta ads, you need to pay Facebook or Instagram to show your ads on various platforms. And let's assume that you need to spend 600 rupees so that someone would pay 100 rupees and then register for the webinar. So you get one attendee. So initially you incur a loss of 500. So you incur a loss of 500 to just get one person registered for your webinar by paying 100 rupees. So with the budget of 60,000, you can get a total registrations of 100. So for the budget of 60,000, you got 100 people registering for the webinar. So initially you are at a loss of 50,000. Now let's come to the part where it is at the webinar. What we discussed was most of the part was ads. Now we are discussing at the webinar. So what happens at the webinar is, let's say out of these 100 people, 80 people show up. Like let's consider 20 people couldn't show up because of their time constraint or whatever it is. Only 80 people showed up. And your webinar was really good. The presentation was really good. You added a lot of value to the users and many were impressed. And you make an offer saying this course is actually worth 15,000. So people who attended the webinar, I'm giving it for 10,000. So instantly 8 people take up the course. They pay you 10,000 and they take up the course. So you made 80,000. So we're a loss at 50,000 and now 80,000 worth products were sold. So you made up initial profit of 30,000. Now this doesn't end here. These 80 people who attended know you very well. They didn't buy at that point of time. So after webinar, you will have a very strong sales team who will start calling these 80 people. And let's say out of this 80, again, 10 people registered because the sales team called them, explained them, like gave some discounts and all that. And then again, 10 people registered. So you made another a lakh. So finally, the revenue which you made is 1,30,000. So here you made a profit of 1 lakh. Here you made 30,000. Here you had lost 50,000. So overall, you made a revenue of 1,30,000. So basically, by spending 60K on ads, you made 1.3 lakhs. So this is how webinar ads works. So nobody makes money here. So just by launching a webinar at 100, and if let's say 100 people register, they'll not make money. Most of the people who are running webinar ads lose money initially, but later when they do a presentation, add value and they impress, and this provides an opportunity to showcase your skill set, how experienced your team is, what is the experience, what is the course, how does it add value, and give a brief introduction also. This helps people make up their mind and buy the course instantly at the webinar. Now, this doesn't end here. Let's say you got 18 people register for your course. Now, these 18 people going forward may like your course and buy more courses. Also, in this 100 people, 18 are gone. Remaining people are not completely out of the loop. You can send them email. You can add them to email sequence and send nurturing emails. So keep them in the newsletter or send them emails about your new launches, new update, or how the students actually are progressing. How did they achieve their goals? How did they grow in their career? You can do so many things, and these 100 people will eventually start buying your course. Maybe over a period of 2 months or 3 months, you get another 10 people registering for the course because you added more value. So again, this will add up to your revenue here again. So it will go up to 2.3 lakhs. This is just an example. Here there are so many factors which we can actually optimize. We can increase the course price, we can increase the conversion rate from on the webinar only, we can optimize this process of sales team calling and converting. So once you optimize this overall, again the number of people registering will increase. This is why you see so many people running webinar ads. In the next video, we'll decode how free webinar ads works and take a case study and see how it actually works and how they make money.